Hello and welcome you all to the fresh episode of Defense Follow. In this video, let's understand India's submarine fleet. In our last video, we have discussed the possible future of Project P75I, and now let's discuss what submarines we have in our service. So the world operates three types of submarines: a diesel electric submarine known as an SSK, a ballistic missile submarine known as an SSBN, and a nuclear attack submarine known as the SSN. So under these three types, India operates the SSBN and the diesel electric submarines. And the story of the nuclear attack submarine is different, which we'll be covering it later. Now, first we need to know that here the term nuclear submarine means that the submarine is powered with nuclear fission reaction, and the submarine actually, on paper, it has some unlimited range, but it needs to dock for replenishments, for reloading, and also for other food supply and all, and also it has to surface the vessel for oxygen. Now, obviously the crew needs oxygen, so we need to surface the vessel. Now, when it comes to the submarine, which Indian Navy operates, the ballistic missile submarines, we have the Arihant class ballistic missile submarines. So these submarines are capable to fire missiles that follow a ballistic trajectory. So the ballistic trajectory missiles, they escape Earth atmosphere and re-enter it at hypersonic speeds. That means hypersonic speed is nothing but which can travel more than 5 times the speed of sound. Now, under these Arihant class submarines, which are actually part of the Advanced Technology Vessel project, we have 4 submarines: the S2, and which is the INS Arihant, S3 or INS Arihant, S4 which is INS Aridhaman, and the S4 Star. So the S4 Star is the we added that to the project in 2012 because we understood that the S5 class, that is the further development of these Arihant class submarines, the development is going to take a lot of time. So in order to put the production line, not to put the production line idle, we have added this S4 Star submarine. Now, the INS Arihant and Arihant, both of them weigh around 6,000 tons with 4 vertical launch tubes which can either fire 12 K-15 Sagarika missiles, which has a range of around 750 kilometers, or they can fire 4 K4 ballistic missiles, which has a range of up to 3,000 kilometers. Now, due to such small number of launch tubes, the next submarine, that is INS Aridhaman, which is S4, and the S4 Star are a bit longer in length. So they have added more 4 launch tubes. That means in total they have 8 launch tubes, and now they can fire 8 K4 missiles. So which is a pretty huge number of missiles. Now also, because when they have increased the number of launch tubes and increased the length, the weight of the submarine is now 7,000 tons. And next, the INS Arihant will be joining the service this year. There was actually a delay. They have to be commissioned in 2022, but now they are being commissioned in 2023. And the INS Arihant is already in service since 2016. Now, on the other hand, India planned a bigger submarine class, as I already told you, that is the S5 class, and they are going to be double the weight class of the Arihant class submarines. Now, when it comes to the main role of these submarines, it is nothing but they have to launch nuclear weapons when needed. That is, they actually all the commands come from the strategic command forces. Now let's discuss about the SSN or the nuclear attack submarines. So India leased these Akula class submarines from Russia in 2012 for 10 years, and we named it INS Chakra. And in 2021, we made an early retirement due to high maintenance demands. So obviously the Russian technology is not that reliable. There is one big reason is because the USSR broke up. So that's the reason there was economic instability and they were unable to fund any of their R&D centers. So that's the reason their technology is a bit behind, and also the USSR technology was also not that great. Okay, so that's the reason this submarine is also it demands a lot of maintenance, and that's the reason the Indian Navy decided for an early retirement. Now this is the INS Chakra. It was retired in 2021, and for the next 4 years, that is till 2020, not for the next 4 years, for next 2 years there is a capability gap. That for the next 2 years, the other submarine, which we have signed the contract of $3 billion in 2018 to commission another Akula class nuclear attack submarine. So which will not arrive by 2025, and since 2021 to 2025 a 4 years capability void has been developed. Now the main purpose of the nuclear attack submarines is for a longer range patrol. Because India is part of the Quad, we have more responsibilities. We have to dominate the Indian Ocean region. So we need the capability of long range patrols. Now this is not possible without these nuclear attack submarines. So for next 2 years we can't perform this, and even if we perform it, we have to perform it using the INS Arihant, which is a ballistic missile submarine. Now obviously that submarine is not designed to operate in this envelope. So at the end something like MiG-21 cases happening, because MiG-21, because there were no sufficient aircraft, that's the reason we modified them, we upgraded them, and it has been operating beyond its envelope. So the same thing is happening here. If suppose any long range patrol has to be performed, the INS Arihant comes in. And also for any sea based ballistic missile launches are also will be taken up by the INS Arihant, because it is the only ballistic missile submarine which is in service, and the rest 3 will be joining from this year. And 2023, 2024, 2025 we will be having continuous inductions of these ballistic missile submarines. Now there is a lot of pressure on this particular vessel, that is the INS Arihant. So that's it for today. I hope you like the video and you will share it with your friends. Jai Hind.